Hello, everyone. This is Ken with Little Church Big Heart. Just wanted to give you another weekly Lord's Day encouragement. I'm trying to be more faithful about doing these and do one actually every week. This past week was interesting. The week that we're in is actually interesting. It was the end of our 2020 presidential election. We had something good at my house, which was that my wife got to vote in her first presidential election since becoming a citizen of the United States. My wife is from Korea. But for those who have been watching the election, there's still a lot of angst, a lot of concern. I'm sure people in your church are as worried or as anxious as the people in my church are and my friends that I see around for various reasons. The problem on finding out who actually won, people who support one candidate, people who support the other candidate, and each of them worrying that their candidate's going to lose and coming up with all sorts of evil and wickedness that they think the other candidate's going to do. But one of the things I would like to encourage all of you with is to keep in mind that no matter who ultimately wins this election, no matter who ultimately runs Congress, King Jesus is still on the throne. Part of the problem with this angst that we have, part of the problem that causes us to be so upset about election issues and so upset about political issues is we get the idea that the people who run these offices, the people who sit in these offices and get elected to them, have more impact on our life than they actually do. You see, it's interesting. People tend to vote more in the presidential elections than in the others. They forget that it's Congress and the local candidates that have more to do with their life than the president. Well, that's interesting because we see the same thing in churches in that people get so anxious and so upset and so worried, forgetting that Jesus has much more to say about what's going to happen in their life than who sits in the Oval Office, than who walks the halls of Congress, than who lives in the governor's mansion or who works in the state legislature. Much more important is Jesus. We can trust him. We can lean on him. He's going to get us through no matter who wins the election. He's in charge. He is our king. Let's worship him. Let's keep our eyes focused on him. So I want to encourage you to keep your eyes on Jesus and love his people that he's given you, both in your family and in your local congregation, and then also outside of your congregation in your local community. Be a person that shows that politics do not have to divide us, and instead love on those around who may believe or vote differently than you, and seek opportunities to bring them into the kingdom and to show them that King Jesus has much more for them in life than any president. Take care. God bless.